We now know who will be on the ballot in Florida come November and what's expected to be a highly contested election season. One America's Alex Salvi takes a look at what races to keep an eye on in the Sunshine State.
Florida's primary results are in with a major surprise in the state's governor's race and much of what was expected in the Senate race. The biggest upset on Tuesday was in the Democratic gubernatorial primary, where the more progressive Andrew Gillum upset former Congresswoman Gwen Graham.
You know, there were just a few people who said that this moment would not be possible.
Gillum's success is seen as a major victory for the liberal wing of the Democratic Party, with his campaign focusing on key progressive issues. His agenda includes a push for universal health care, legalizing marijuana, abolishing ICE, and advocating for the impeachment of President Trump.
So I want y'all to join me on this mission, right? And together we're going to take this state back, flip Florida blue in 2018, and flip this country blue in 2020.
Gillum overcame four wealthy rivals who far outspent the Tallahassee mayor, but that's not to say that his campaign didn't have support. The Democratic nominee received an endorsement from Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and financing from liberal megadonors such as Tom Steyer and George Soros. On the Republican side, Representative Ron Desantis defeated the state's Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam.
And I'm willing to stand up because I know standing up for the people of Florida is the right thing to do.
DeSantis has been a longtime supporter of President Trump, frequently appearing on talk shows to support his agenda even before he declared his candidacy. In return, the president praised his candidacy dating back to last December and made campaign stops on his behalf leading up to the primary election.
And I was able to talk to the president. I want to thank him for his support. I want to thank him for entrusting me with viewing me as somebody who could be a great leader for Florida. So thank you, Mr. President.
DeSantis was the early favorite, but there's little doubt the endorsement by President Trump reshaped the race, propelling him to victory over Putnam, who attempted to push a Florida first message. President Trump tweeted after results came in, congratulating DeSantis on the win. The victory sets up a contentious race between a Sanders-backed progressive and a President Trump-endorsed conservative.
Well, I don't know. It's my choice. I think it seems like the Democrats have nominated Gillum from what I'm hearing. We'll be ready for whoever it is.
Meanwhile, the state's Senate primaries panned out as expected. The state's term-limited Republican Governor Rick Scott easily defeated perennial candidate Rocky De La Fuente, setting up a contest against the unopposed Democratic nominee and incumbent Senator Bill Nelson. Their win set the stage for one of the most expensive Senate races in the nation, as both parties look to Florida as a determining factor of who controls the Senate. The showdowns in Florida come November are expected to be nothing short of explosive, with redistricting coming into play after the next census, Medicaid expansion on the line, and control over perhaps the most important battleground state in the next presidential election. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.